on the Facebook too.
It's
Just
on
tag
my
me.
profile.
Okay.
On my profile. It says we're live. Welcome to the Abundant August show with my beautiful friend Bobby. And this is going to be the best show. As Bobby wrote the other day, this month of abundance, August is month of abundance, of power. And what we're going to help you to do today with my intuition and Bobby's numerology and our combined wisdom is help you untap that inner wizard that's within you. So we'll be doing readings, and we'll, of course, everybody start off by giving themselves a big hug. Let's all love ourselves into abundance. And of course, this morning you have all either lay in bed and said, I love you, I really love you, or you've walked into the bathroom and you've looked into a mirror and you've looked into your beautiful eyes and whispered those words, because that's what empowers you and that's what helps you become more abundant. But you've got to get that feeling of love and abundance right into your heart first. So now I'm going to hand over to Bobby, and just Bobby's going to talk to us about this magical month of August and the number 8. I mean, I look back through the last few years and I always do something about abundance in August. And that was probably before I even got into numbers. Oh, and Bobby might also talk about, some of you might have noticed, um, I've actually changed my name. On Facebook, it says Susie Heart Abundance. And that came about because of an interview I did with Di Riddell about speaking your voice. And she wanted to know what I was talking about. She said, oh, well, Susie, I always call you Susie Heart Abundance. So let's call the top Heart Abundance. So then I went into, some of you will have Bobby's app. I went into Bobby's app and I'll pull it up afterwards. And the numbers were just amazing, and the message was amazing. So I sent it off to Bobby and said, "Look at this." So for the first time, and it's just over 2 years ago that I first met Bobby in person, I have finally got a name that is about numerology, because I couldn't just have Susie. Okay, over to Bobby.
Susie, thanks so much for having me here. It's such a beautiful pleasure to be with you once again, guys. We do this every month where we kind of hang out and Susie and I decided a little while ago that we would have a once a month occurrence on the Abundance Show. And abundance is a beautiful word. It's a feeling of giving, like having everything and nothing in shortage, and you get an abundance of freedom or abundance of love, abundance of joy. Sometimes we feel like there's a lack of abundance, or we have abundance of negative stuff in our life, and it's true, it does kind of go into that side as well. So when we're chatting every month, as you guys have been sort of here hanging out with us, you know that we kind of have a special little topic or a special little focus for each of the spaces we hold each month. And I mean, for me, it's easy to pick one based on the month, but when it comes to August, that this is an 8 and an 8 energy and 8 vibration. It brings in the power of abundance. That's that whole space of magnetic overflow, the Midas touch, the feeling of your wishes, your command, and you unfolding that inside of your life is a really big deal. And so, I mean, I guess, if lovers get Valentine's Day, and people get Christmas and Thanksgiving, and there's all these different holidays to celebrate a different event, I'd like to think that the Lionsgate 8/8 of August, this vibration that we have here, is to celebrate the action taker and the one that has made the decision, and not the one who's wondering or looking to or needs to, or I really should step into my power. It's the one who has already made that step and has already had made that move into that direction. This is why you don't see a lion saying, I wish I could be a lion one day. They already understand the instinctual space of their being. And I like to think Susie is a 988. So having an 8 name inside of your chart makes me feel like you know what I'm talking about in this space of magic, in this space of creation. When we look at this 8 now, it's been a peculiar month, and we was just chatting about this just as we were starting this time together about the challenges that come with this. And I didn't get a chance to say this to you when we were talking just about it, but I'm like, man, it's a 4-year. We're in an 8-month now. It's been a 7-month there. This isn't a time for emotion. This is a time for holding space and taking actions. And it's just such a beautiful harmony to think there are going to be some times where it's going to be more cushiony and cuddly. And then there's going to be times where we're wondering, is there something wrong with me? I'm like, no, not at all. It's just that we have a different place to go into other than the heart. And inside of a space like today, we got to take that opportunity to see this from the bird eye view and see what decisions have you made and what realities are you experiencing that are a result of these old decisions. And I mean, my mentor once told me is that what you're experiencing right now is a result of what you have had in the past done, and what you do now is a result of, will result in your future. And so we get that mixed up and we think, man, I'm doing all this work or I'm doing all this stuff, but nothing's happening. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, there's a delay, there's a time delay. And we have to appreciate it. So today is the day where you get a chance to look at yourself in the mirror. And I wouldn't have this conversation unless you can look bold into the black strides, like Susie said, and express your love for yourself. Like, that's a very awkward and difficult thing to do, especially if you're having a bad day and you're not in the space you need to. And you're like, well, that's
even more reason to go and
do more reason to do it. Even
and
the
I remember, I think one of the first readings I did for Bobby, he wasn't doing this work. He wasn't doing the self-love, but now it's something that he does.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I even have my mirror in my room, and this is something that I point to myself because it's nice to see and interact with you guys, but it's always good to have a sense of reflection that's outside of yourself. Another key factor of the 8 is that we're not trapped in our own egos thinking, I'm looking at this first person, where we get a chance to go outside of ourselves from an objective reality and take coaching and mentorship that says, hey, you should do this. Because of course it really does, following your mentors, what wisdom and advice, it's a powerful thing that you guys will have to do for sure. So, I mean, I'm excited for today because, I mean, for me, it's still the 7th. So I get a chance to roll into this. I'm in North America, but there's so many cool things to talk about when it comes to 8 energy. Like, what is it, or what do we do with it, or how is it affecting us, or what are some of the dangers of it that we have to sort of be aware of. It all depends really where you are at in your world. And I'd like to think, hey, Susie, isn't there a card? Shouldn't we be pulling a vibe or inside of there to give us a little bit of a compass point?
Yeah, pulling cards, but first of all, I want to ask you: have you checked what your card is for August from your 12-month reading?
Yes. It is. It was funny. What was it? Okay, so August was it was so funny. I was like, because at the beginning of the month, right? I want to check it out. I have a ritual at the beginning of the month that says, hey, I got to take a look at my stuff. What have I done last month? Like, let's reconcile. And then part of that ritual is, what was one of the 12-month reading cards that we did? And you guys don't do this in December, January area. You're missing out. You need to have a 12-month intuitive reading with Susie to help you understand what sort of unfolds. So for me, it was knowing you are enough. I thought that was pretty cute.
When you see what mine is, yes, just so people know, what I do is, and I did one with Bob at the beginning of the year, I do 12 months, a 12-month reading where, like you can see in the middle, my focus for the year is on gratitude. But right down the bottom there, last month was me time. Look at what mine is. So I just think the fact that I changed my name, and I've made some really tough decisions about my business and things moving forward, that my business is about my art, my cards, and my readings. And I was trying to do 101 other things as well and put programs and things in, but everything is just going to be built around those 3 things. And that is a bold move because, as people know, I do coaching, or coaching comes with part of the readings and things. But yeah, I'm letting go of some other stuff at the moment, because also we have a lot of other stuff going on. As most of you know, Des has had health challenges, and we've moved. But we're so glad we've moved.
Hey, there's
Because
nothing wrong with streamlining. You have to really recognize, reconcile, and restabilize, and make sure you take what's important with you. So this is a wisdom, and that's a bold move. So it's and for me, I can feel that. I'm like, hey, wait, Susie's my girl here. Like, I can feel that energy inside of that, and I know that the path before you is divine, and everything that you have to go through and experience is all part of the master plan of your ultimate success. So you streamlining gives you more focused energy to do the things.
And I asked that question yesterday, and guess what the card I got was? Focus.
Focus.
So I'm on a real clear out this weekend. And and it's sort of interesting, isn't it? Because you think about, you really get focused on that. And then I got invited to something tomorrow, which is a 6-hour branding thing. And I thought, no, that's 7 hours by the time you've driven there and back, because we're still allowed to go places in Queensland, not like a poor Victorians. I just want, hi, Sally. I just want to say hi.
Oh, sorry.
Kate Hickey, what's today? Oh, people are exchanging birthdays, right? So Nina's birthday is August the 22nd.
Yep.
And Kate's birthday month as well. And hi, Alyssa. And I saw somebody else jump on.
Yeah, it's also my daughter's birthday, the 4th of this month, just last week. And
right.
Also my grandfather's birthday was the same day, and then today is my father-in-law's birthday as well. So August 1st is my mom's birthday. So yeah, it's a powerful energy.
I sent your mother a card online. I did that. So you had all those June birthdays. And now you've got all these August birthdays. It's fascinating.
Well, June is me and Sally, so that's enough ego for the both of us to celebrate all month. You feel like it's a full month celebration, but it starts with hers and then it ends with mine. And and then after that we go into Tala's birthday is August and my mom. So yeah, absolutely. And it's a beautiful feeling inside of 8 energy, because this is where power comes from. And it's funny to appreciate my daughter is a life path 8, born on an 8 month, and she turned 8 this year. So there was a lot of 8 energy inside of our household, and it's tough for an 8-year-old, 7-year-old to get by these days, especially when you got a lot of big energy. So because of course you have to listen to parents, right? And it's a difficult thing. So for us to understand and respect the power of what 8 brings, it's just such an awe-inspiring thing that says, hey, numerology doesn't care how old you are. Your numbers don't care where you are in your chart. Your power shall be delivered. And unfortunately, for someone her size, she hasn't assumed her full power yet. She has not yet controlled the full aptitude of her power, and she's still growing. It's still overflowing over the cup. So this is a beautiful thing to think about, right? When you see potential and what happens in life, they say no, keep it in, don't let it overflow. Just stay within the line. And try not to, let it overflow. Yeah, let it all overflow. And that's for me why I've rearranged my parenting style. Because as a young parent, when I call myself a first experienced parent, my experience is to go where I had my experience from my parents. But then learning how I want to appreciate her energy has evolved the way that we handle energy in parenthood. Because it's such a wonderful thing to think that these little kids are going to be big one day. And, this is you speak power into the words and into the power of what you give people. And especially inside of a topic like today for Lionsgate, it's all about clarity around the power you deliver in your words.
It's fascinating because I must have done about 8 readings last night online. And it was, I haven't done it for a long while. I've sort of been hiding away. And but Des said, he said, you need to be doing this because this is my hi Cherise. This is my gift.
Yeah.
My passion. And if I don't share this with the world, everybody's missing out.
It's true.
I just wanted to my phone charged. I just wanted to show people this was why I changed my name.
What is it? 628.
628. A master vibration for wealth. It's just so perfect. This gives a source of growth and responsibility to the future. Law of attraction, which of course all of you know is things I use all the time, as powered by the heart and relationship, makes this an absolute powerful name to create business and long love. And I just, and I read it out to Des, and then I sent it to Bobby and Susie, which I think is 988. Yeah, is really powerful as well. But I just thought this was beautiful for this time for me with changing things as well. So,
That's the same vibration sequence as the word God.
really?
Yeah. So if you put the letters God, you'll get the same definition as Susie Heart Abundance.
And my goodness. I just got goosebumps.
Also, if you take a look at the word Susie, you'll get a very similar vibration as the word currency. So it's a very cool thing to think that you've got high level vibrations inside of your number there.
There we go. God.
Yeah, it's cool. Numerology is a very fun thing, guys. It gives you a math to apply to a spiritual thing. So you get a chance to actually take a look at what definitions surround the words that you use. It's a very important thing. And that's why, especially in a day like today, again, you guys got to be so careful about what you let out of your mind and what you let out of your mouth, and your actions and your thoughts. They hold magnetism. And we like to think that we're only manifesting on the positive. It's also working on the opposite side too. It's a magnet, and it doesn't play forces and sides. If you're not grateful for what you have, someone else is going to be scooping up what you lose. Like, oh, I don't care about my money. It falls out of my wallet. You're like, oh shit, what happened? And it's because you didn't hold on to it with enough gratitude. And then someone who's like, I know my life is going to turn around, picks it up, and you just played your part in the larger scheme of someone else's abundance. So it's either shifting. It's like energy, can neither be created nor destroyed. It just changes hands. So the same thing with you guys. You get a chance to decide which energy do I want to put onto the next moments of my existence. This is important stuff, guys.
It's amazing, isn't it? It really is amazing. And that really excites me. More goosebumps.
It's so cool.
Hi, Alma. Is somebody saying
hey,
hello?
Alma.
Hi.
Therese, how are you?
So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a reading. I'll do the cards, and then Bobby will bring the numerology in the way that we've done it in the past. Somebody's already had such abundance today. How beautiful. I mean, we all have abundance as we wake up. I mean, I look out here and I see at the moment it was raining, but now the sun's shining. So it's just beautiful. So, yeah, and I've also got out something that Bobby, 2 years ago, said, did I use a pendulum? And I said, yes, but not very much. And I've started using this a lot again. So we may use that today if we have questions. Everybody who's coming on, it's so beautiful to have you here. Make sure you all say hello. And the reading we're doing today is for all of us. It's for this Lionsgate Day. It's for the 8th. It's for the world. Because, I mean, at the moment, the world needs so much more abundance and love being sent to it. And
you guys are live here. So this is like a special treat for you watching this. This is a spiritually timed message for you guys that are watching this live.
Oh, and it must be really special because I just got goosebumps go through my whole body when you said that, Bobby. So, and the two of us, we have some special energy, I believe, that just comes when we're even though Canada to the Gold Coast of Australia, we just have that connection. And it's interesting because Des often he hears us, and he says, it's just wonderful, the energy that we have.
I love Des. He's a great guy. And I appreciate that. Yeah, no, and I mean, to be fair, we decided, early on that we were going to do this once a month. So every month we get closer and closer anyway. And so it's like and this is life, guys. If you set it once and leave it, it's going to get dusty. If you work with it every day, then, the energy circulates. So don't let power get dusty in your life, see what happens. There's a reason why we have this connection, is because we keep having it. We keep having this connection to keep moving forward. And that's why, I appreciate having you in my life, because, these are the energies that we can really build with. So it's a nice gift. And it's an absolute blessing.
So Alma says 8 people on. I've got 12 up in my corner, but still.
I got 11 over here, obviously.
Kate says, I woke up grateful for another day. Yes, Nina, you're so right. What we give out is reflected back. And that's why the words we think and the words we speak and the thoughts we think are so different. And I've got a very special friend who is a client on, Gayla, who was the first person I did a special heart whisper process with. And she has her own 14-layer painting. But it's lovely to see you here. And I hope you're feeling well. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do first. Everybody tap into your heart and close your eyes and take in a deep breath. And one more deep breath. And one more. And just as you have your hands on your heart, just imagine in front of you is a beautiful sun. And that sun is sending rays into your heart. And your heart is opening to the love that you are. The more that you breathe this beautiful sun energy in, and now you can feel you've got the rays coming into your heart and they're going out from your heart. You might even feel like opening your arms right out wide and welcoming in all this beautiful August energy that is coming to you over the rest of this month. Just draw it in and draw it back into your heart and just rest there. And you might like to just ask, what is the message that my heart wants to give me today? And focus on that as we do this special Lionsgate reading for the 8th of August. Remembering that this is our time for abundance, and it's our time, I believe, to step into that inner power, the inner power we all have within, but often we don't acknowledge it. That inner love, the inner power that allows you to step up and allow the world to see your true light. And as Bobby said in this, we're going to help you find that inner wizard, because the inner wizard within will allow you to step onto a path of much greater abundance with an inner power, an inner strength you might not have known before. So just bask in, just feel into it. Make sure you're feeling that love and feel into the abundance that you are as a person. And then just take in another deep breath. And sigh it out. And when you're ready, just let your hands fall down into your lap and open your eyes. So I never know what's coming. So that was, I hope that helped people just get into this beautiful space that we're in. Okay, so let's see. What I'm hearing is just the first card that's going to come out is going to be what we all need to focus on right now. It's not the one on the bottom that I just saw. Let's see. Oh, this is just beautiful. This is, hold on, what have I done? My phone. Just lost the picture.
I can still hear you.
Right, look at this. Dream big. Now, I think that is such a perfect card for us to start out to focus on. I will read the message. What is your dream that will create ripples of change for you and the world? Now, sometimes we don't dream big enough. I've been guilty of that. It's about knowing what you really, really want. Or as Joe Dispenza says, what was it? Don't get out of bed in the morning till you are feeling in to the future you, to where you want to be and how you want to be in your life. And it's not always that easy, but what it is getting really, really clear. And when we get clarity on who we are, what we want to be doing in the world, the impact we want to make, and also what we want to have. You're allowed. I mean, Bobby, I know, has a beautiful picture for his dream home. The dream home. I've started a new, I've got a vision board, and I'm collecting pictures. I'm doing it online. And the other day, the new Apple 27-inch iMac came up, and I clicked that picture and thought, I'm going to really focus on the new things I want to bring in my life, as well as the impact I want to make. And that will help me create more abundance as well.
Oh, yeah.
So today is very much, this is amazing that this is our focus card for this reading, to dream big.
I'll add to that. We're building our house. I like to say that. I don't have it here, but I bought a door lock, like for our front door.
Yeah.
So I'm building my house one piece at a time. And so basically I got this door lock that allows me to access it from my Bluetooth. So it's a smart lock, and it can lock the door and tell me if it's unlocked. If you left the door unlocked, I can lock it from my phone. I can see someone in there. So it basically allows me a nice little gate in front of my front door. And it's just a beautiful feeling to think, when we're talking about dreaming big, we went on a shopping spree to fill our current space with everything we want in our mansion. And I mean, like, upgrading our TVs, upgrading our kitchen. We put a greenhouse in our patio. We're just upgrading our everything inside of here until we start busting at the seams. Because I'm looking at this, I'm like, I'm not waiting for how to get a house or how to make enough money. And I'm not waiting for creating that wealth. I'm going to create that wealth around me until my surroundings start to reflect me. Because I'm making decisions and choices right now that want to go in there. I got a nice new camera. I got a nice new screen. I wanted to upgrade everything inside of my space and my life because I want to reflect the millionaire mansion lifestyle that I'm going to have one day, to the point where it's like my house can't keep up and I actually have to be in a new space to get there. So, I mean, and Sally did this when she met me. She started buying furniture that was big enough for a couple, even though she was a single mother. And so the vibration in there says, I'm getting ready for my future. So when I'm talking to people and they're like, I don't know what to do, I'm like, get ready for wealth. Get ready for it. Because if you're ready, the preparedness comes to you and you become an authority. Like, we're not getting paid to do this, guys, but this is a love and a gift of the value of Susie's brand that says she's going to show up for her audience. And we're going to provide value to you guys, because you guys definitely, and look at even as I say that. As I say that right now, 3:33. And so I'm looking at this time inside of my little local time zone, and the universe is just saying, guys, like, you get the message that this is like, you have to broadcast that. And the vibration that we get a chance to do this together, it's like dreaming big. You're already having a dream, and it's already big. Sometimes it's a nightmare, and sometimes what you think is big is just overwhelming, and it's not a good dream. You're not dreaming big. We're lacking a dream, and it feels like I'm spending a lot of energy not doing the thing that I want to. So when we need to focus on dreaming big inside of the 8 energy, it's kind of like the universe is like, you know what? just dream big, because there's so much magnetism inside of this month that if you lock onto the positive thing of where you're going to, you're going to magnetize towards it. So yes, dream big, guys. And that means, yes, I want the podcast. I want the millions of dollars worth of wealth. I want to be the authority figure. I want to have that brand. I want to have that business. I want to be that leader. I want to have that rank. Like whatever dream you have in there, put that vision everywhere, on the board, on the calendar, on the journal, inside of your mind, your daydream, and your words. Like tell people what you dream, right?
Yeah, and have it somewhere. This was something I learned when I trained as a vision board coach, was have that picture and put yourself in the center of it too. And have it somewhere when you wake up in the morning. If you still make big vision boards, or otherwise print it out, so you're actually seeing it when you wake up in the mornings.
And vision boards are super powerful, because you can make a do like a pic collage and put it on your phone. You can do
right.
you can print it out and
print it out, or you can take it somewhere and get a bigger copy printed out.
Right.
Did you see Kate's comment? I bought a red key with a saying on it to follow your dreams. When I have my own house, that key will be cut to fit my front door. That is beautiful.
I had we got a 2020 Toyota Sequoia. It's this big SUV. It's about $100,000 vehicle, and the keychain from the dealership that shows the tag of it being brand new, I put it to the keychain of my high school graduation gift from 2002 that says I graduated high school. So I've got this keychain that holds this key fob from the car when it was brand new, and I'm just trying to see if I can find it, because I think one of my kids took it somewhere. But it's a symbol of the connection to say, look what two things I put together. I was once a kid who didn't want to go to high school because he was getting beat up, and I was like not able to get the girl, and I was not doing good in grades, and I hated high school. And look what I put together, and look what combined between space and time over 10, I want to say 20, almost 20 years ago now, that I was able to actually put a reality of abundance. Like I remember spending my first car was like $2,000 or something. And to think now that where I've grown to, it's a beautiful connection. I just tell you guys, dreams are like, there's such a, important instrumental. We misunderstand the power of them. But if you were to look at it from the completely logical perspective, your dream is an electromagnetic broadcast. I remember, I was talking to Nini, and it's her birthday month, and we're inside of our coaching program right now. And I wanted to explain this to her, because this is an August vibration that says you are a walking electromagnet, and your thoughts and your dreams and your feelings. A dream is a thought with emotion. You're dreaming about something. And that's a connection point that says we have to sustain that. And it's not about looking at why is it not working? What am I doing that's not right? What do I need to do to have it happen? It's like, no, hold on to the dream with absolute certainty that I'm dreaming big. And I remember these words that she said to me one time. And this is really cool that other people get a chance to see this, because, people say this to me and they're like, I want that. I want to have this. I want to be that superstar. I want to be good on the camera like you. I want to be wealthy like you. And I look at it, I'm like, then hold on to the dream, because the universe is showing you what it looks like to see that in real time. And whenever I get a chance to say that to someone, I remember myself when I was back there, like lost on drugs and addiction, and just wondering, am I ever going to figure it out? And I, to be fair, despair got me, and I didn't think it was ever going to happen. And that's how powerful the universe is, that your destiny will super override your own negative attitudes in life. That if you can go through that, just hang on, because something new is going to happen, and you're going to find the power one day, whatever's the most appropriate at that time. Anyway, I know we ran off on a tangent there, but
that's okay. And we can also apply that, like I did very much, to my health that 9 years ago when I didn't know whether I was going to live or not. My picture was I was going to be whole and healed. Wasn't the doctor's, but it was mine. And here I am, whole and healed. And so we can do it not just, so part of your picture might, you might not everybody wants the $1 million house, but people, you need to look at the other abundance in your life, health, your relationships and things like that as well. And it's really important, I believe, at this time in the world too, that we really focus on keeping our immune systems really, really strong. While we're all sort of, we're lucky.
Yeah, and
We
you know
have
something, guys, the physical existence is a temporal thing. The part that really stands is your mentality, your morals, your ethics, the ideas you hold, how you feel in the morning. And like if you can just get up and do a bit of shadow boxing and just know today's the day, I'm doing this, today's the day I'm getting it done, and you're a champion. You woke up today for that. So I mean it's tough because sometimes we have a bad day and it lasts a couple weeks and we're just like, you're just sitting there like, man, this sucks, and I'm in such a funk.
Nah, you can't have a bad day for a couple of weeks. You've got to do something. You've got to go get grounded.
Just blame it on Mercury retrograde. If you can put it on the calendar and just have your funk right when it happens, then you can blame the planets. But we're humans, right? We don't always go up. Sometimes we go down. And I like to think when you go down is the same reason why the eagle goes to collect the fish. And there's like a swooping in there. The angel goes to save someone. The firefighter swoops in to save someone from a fire. So there are reasons why the roller coaster goes down. It's a part of life and nature. So every beginning will have its own end, and the same thing with your own funk as well too. So you get a chance to learn how to ride that wave, because when things are not going well, clean up, reorganize, get the garbage and the clutter out of your life. You're gonna feel good, and you didn't even solve your problem. You actually went into something around you that says, you know what, I'm not feeling good, so I better get back to the basics right now. How do I treat myself like a machine? Like, let's go clean that thing. And like, it's like getting in trouble. Your dad's going to make you paint the fence on the weekend. By the end of it, you learn something. And the same thing, if you're not feeling good and you did something bad to yourself, this is a good time to say, you know what? No, I'm gonna go and clean. Like we've been cleaning our place up like nobody's business. I can't wait to take everybody through a virtual tour of my house because it looks so cool right now. And we're inspired. We're so inspired right now. And even right now, my wife is. I don't know if she's watching or not, but she's been working her face off. And it's just been such a beautiful dedication because I'm on board with what we're doing. And guys, there's solar panels coming. We're doing the crypto stuff. We're doing things with, the screens and the aisle. There's going to be so many cool things happening here. And the one thing you'll always see is that we're inspiring wealth, and we're becoming more and more independent because of, all the things that have happened this year so far. I've had it. I'm not leaving anything to chance. I want to protect my freedom, and that means I'm wasting the sun. We get a lot of sun here. If I'm not collecting that energy, I need to be sending my power company a bill, because that's actually a thing, that you can actually sell power back to the grid, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So we're tapping in on a bigger level, guys. And if you guys aren't dreaming big, I don't know what you guys are doing.
Okay, I just want to comment here. This is fascinating. Thank you, Nina. Nina says, I can hear your healing clairvoyantly. Big congrats.
Oh my goodness, Nini, this woman is very. I tell you something. I met her a couple of years ago, and since I met her, Susie and I have been friends for a very long time. And this woman is an absolute authority and a wisdom, a sage of energy inside of my life. She's a overflowing heart energy and a wizard in her own right. And I tell you something, Nini, you got to be friends with Susie. Follow her, get on her page. You'll be a better person because of it. And join the group. Susie, Nini is a up and comer. She's one of us, and she's like finding her space as a healer and a speaker, and she's blossoming in so many ways. You as a mentor for this woman, I think it's a blessed meeting for sure.
So she just says that my throat chakra has worked hard as it was your block, and now you put it to work to communicate healing energies to self. That is so true. That is so true.
See?
Now the next card is Bobby's card for August. It's the knowing card. Knowing you are enough allows you to let go and trust and watch your life transform. So this ties in so well with dreaming big. This is your action card.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk around at the moment about knowing you are enough. Nick Ortner from the Tapping Solution has just done an 8-day tapping on knowing you're enough. And it's been amazing to see Just I pop in every now and again to see how people are really breaking through when you do the work to know you are enough. So my question now is to all the people who are online or watching a replay.
You know, sorry.
Can you actually say in here, hand on heart, I am enough.
I am enough.
No, I am more than enough.
I am more than enough.
Now, I find a lot of people can't do that. And to get to that point, you have to do the self-love work.
Yeah.
You have to do that. Wake up in the morning, and after you've done your gratitude and whatever else you do, like I do prayers, and then I do that. I lie there and I say, I love you, Susie. I really love you. And I have it tingling through my body. And when I go into the bathroom, I should have this here. I have a little heart, a little red heart I got somewhere that says, I love you. So it's a reminder every time I go into the bathroom to have that reinforced. And that is so special. Thank you so much, Gayla. I love that. I'm going to put this up on the screen. There we go.
Cool. You can do that. That's awesome.
That's why I love this. I've finally learned how to do it all. I really love it.
Oh, that is so neat.
And here we've got Laura. Laura, I
Laura.
am enough.
Yeah, Laura's another amazing healer. She has a platform of healers, and she's just an absolute powerhouse in her own right. This is a really cool looking audience today, guys. Even Brian, it's a great pleasure to see you as well, my brother. It's absolutely awesome to have you here.
I love this. I'm meeting all these new people. I went online last night at night, which I never normally do, and I met a whole lot of new people I've never ever seen before. So I feel that thing. Thank you. I love you too, Gayla. So this is knowing. So, Bobby, what do you have to add into, given that it's your card for this month of August?
Fuck, I don't need, honestly, I'm sorry to swear here, guys, but like, I feel like this is a personal challenge for me to know that I'm enough because I have negative ones in my chart. For me, it needs to be a consistent discipline. When you get overwhelmed and you have to take a third eye view from your life, I'm blessed to find it once I get far enough that I know that I'm enough and that I'm more than enough and that I provide abundance in my life and my family. It's that through the battle, it's through the challenges of me going through one stage at a next. I'm 36, guys. So as soon as I get to a certain stage in my life, I'm in another stage in my life. And this is kind of the same thing that happens to us all throughout life, I'd like to think. But like as soon as we figure something out, suddenly the world has new plans and we have to now go into a new area. For me, it was learning how to love myself, then learning how to love my wealth, learning how to love a family that I could find in one day. And, it goes through stages. And then now learning how to be a parent, and for knowing I'm enough. I mean, guys, like, I'll share with you the real horror of how this actually shows up in our lives. I spent a lot of time being pushed around as a kid. So as an adult now, as a parent, if I don't have that authority, I'm feeling like there's something wrong with me and that I'm not enough now because like my kids aren't going to listen to me. And I remember this lovingly realization that makes me laugh so hard. It's like kids aren't supposed to listen to you. Like that's the whole point of children, is that they're supposed to find their own voice and learn how not to listen to you. And so there's a benefit in that, but there's a learning process in every parent that you all have to go through. And so for me, I'm blessed to think, yes, of course, I'm growing through that. And what a beautiful reminder from the universe, kind of looking at me and being like, you are enough, man. You are enough. And such a wonderful space to hold that on an 8 energy for my daughter's 8th birthday. She's born in August, is a life path 8. It's like enough to think you are enough to raise wizards and dragons. And this is what I do for a living. And I always have to tell myself, my children are being unruly. I'm a big deal online. People like me online. Because, the kids, there's a completely different space in there. And that's your most expensive space for sure. So, I mean, for me, it's a huge blessing. But when we're talking about knowing you're enough, I pray that if you go far enough, that you don't have to go far enough to find that you are enough and that you know that within you for sure.
And wait till you see, right, so we've got here, this was our, sorry, wrong one. This is our focus card. This is our action card. And wait, you ready for the outcome, which I've just shuffled while you were talking? Look, abundance. And this card, I did a special reading for August. I'll drop the cards in here later. The first card that came out for me was abundance. When I picked these cards up to shuffle them again, this card was at the bottom, and I thought, oh, wouldn't that be great if that's the card that was at the top when I do it? And look what we've got.
Wow.
Abundance. And this goes hand in hand with dreaming big, knowing you're enough. When you release all thoughts of lack, of not being enough, abundance flows. So the really strong message here is letting go of all what I call the FUD factor, the fear, the uncertainty, the doubt. And thank you, Alma. We've got 17 viewers. 7 and 1 makes 8. So we've got lots of reinforcement with the 8. But yeah, so I mean, this is one of my favorite cards. And the person who owns this painting is on this call. I believe, Gayla, I believe that's a painting you bought from me, was the abundance painting. Yeah, sometimes, I'm about to start selling all my paintings again. I've got them all hidden away. So a lot of people will be able to get a lot more color, love, and abundance in their lives. But this is so important that we really, oh yes, of course. And this one, and this is another one. She's got this painting as well. There we go. And the heart knows. That is so true. That's what we were starting off with today with the meditation. Our heart does know.
Even Gayla's hashtag on her thing says, "I am enough."
Yeah. And yeah.
Like this can't be understated, guys. I mean, you have to. For me, I'm just gonna see if my camera's come back into focus. I'm not sure. It's a new camera. I know I'm feeling kind of
a bit out of focus.
I'm a bit out of focus right here. Let me try it one more time. All right, come back to me.
Better.
There we go. Yeah. This can't be understated. Knowing is not the same thing as guessing, wondering, doubting, speculating, logically, practically figuring things out. Knowing is like that your organs are not going to ask you for permission to process fluids and process things in your body and do things autonomously for you. Nobody has to ask you to breathe. Nobody has to ask you to be hungry. You know this stuff. Like, it's things inside of you. Oh, I know if I go outside and it's raining, I'm going to get wet. Or I know, like, I remember my kids, I tricked them to think that our car was waterproof because it was raining outside, but our car was dry. And they're like, how come the car is dry? I'm like, oh, we have a waterproof paint, so the water can't go on there. And because they are like, oh, if it goes outside, I know it's supposed to get wet. So the same thing that we have in our lives is that we know if we're out here to do something, and half the time we don't. We feel like, what happens is I don't know. I'm like, well, what I do know is that death and taxes are final. Like, they're inevitable. You're going to go through them. You do know you only have a limited amount of time left. You do know that things hurt when you don't do them or they don't do them properly. So we get a chance to make a bunch of knowings in our life. And through that passage says, you know what? I know that I can do this. I know that I'm enough. I know that I can make this happen. I know that because I'm listening to this, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to have this conversation. I'm supposed to hear these words today. So for those of us, and I say us lovingly because I go through this, like the day goes through night. And when you don't know that you're enough and you don't feel like you're good enough, just trust me, there's a reason why I have a mirror in my shirt. There's a reason why I have it on my mirror. I have sticky notes in there that say I'm enough, I'm worthy, I love myself, I love me. I even put a new one that says I love you, so I can read it and say I love you to myself when I look at me.
Well, I was going to
I love me.
There was a comment, Gayla had a comment up here before.
Make it a non-negotiable, guys. You can't be thinking about it and wondering.
So everybody now, as what this leads in what Bobby says, he's got a note up there that says, I love you. So everybody now, just put your hands on your heart and say, I love you. And imagine you're looking in, just imagine you're looking in that mirror you're looking into your beautiful eyes and you're saying, I love you. And when you say it like that, you might be able to feel it, get some tingles in your body, really feel into it. I love you. I really love you. And I just think this has been, and I just think for this August one, this reading, the dream big, I'll put the photos up later. The knowing you are enough leads us into abundance. And when we have that abundance, we have that inner power that's within us that allows us to live, to start living the life that you're dreaming about. And it's so important to sort of feel, to really feel into that as well. There, I'm not sure what that means. Oh, well, look, there we go. Look who's just popped on. Also, and yes, Kate, that's beautiful. I am worthy of love. It's also important to say, I am worthy. I am worthy. And look who just popped on here. Hi, Craig Hoy. We're sending you lots of love too. And I hope you're sending yourself lots of love. So, yeah, and one of the things, some of you know, I've just creating, I decided I had to put one of my love paintings up because Gayla reminded me she has a love wall. It is just beautiful. She's probably bought about 10 paintings of mine, and it's all things. So I've actually decided that I'm going to make this a wall of all my paintings and things. And with the exception of that one, if there are ones that people like, I will. Seeing as the world seems to have opened up to posting again, I seem to be able to. I had somebody on last night who waited 8 weeks to get her set of cards when COVID-19 first started. That's
Wow.
how long it took to get the cards from here. But now we're tracking and doing things. They're getting there in a couple of weeks. So that's great. I will drop a link for
So
anybody
if
who.
painting's coming back out, that means we're going to get a new deck of cards soon?
Yes, you are going to get a new deck. You're going to get 2 new decks of cards. You're going to get the entrepreneurs, deck of Heart Whisper cards, and I'm also going to do a deck of. Oh, I don't think I've got one here. A deck of square cards that is just going to be like a daily. Des and I just were talking about it the other day, like abundance affirmations, but from the heart, like so, or the daily heart, or something like that. And what I would love to do in time is also do like a messenger, so people can get a daily message as well. So, yeah, lots of things on the book because I've got my focus back on what is my passion. Whereas I was trying to do so many other things before. So, there we go. There we go. There we go. So, Bobby, as we finish today, is there anything else that you would like to add as we're finishing, particularly in relation? The next card that came up is interesting as well. In relation to this reading today?
Yeah. So for the last couple of minutes, guys, I just want to give you guys a couple of good, kind words. We got it tough out here, okay? Like humanity and humans and everything that we got to deal with, and it's either happening in society or it happens inside of our homes or it happens inside of our own heads. But it's almost as if there's this plan to keep us from assuming a bigger power that is truly destined to unfold within us. And I'd like to think that in these last few months and years, a lot more of us have been waking up to the reality that we have something absolutely abundant within us that needs to be given out. So when you guys come to see us once a month and you come to see me once a month or whatever it is that you surround yourself with mentor energy, it's something so sacred and it's something so honored. I just appreciate you guys for doing that because this makes you better. This increases your capacity. You become a better person because of this. I become a better person because of this. And I'm so grateful for that. And I know the people that are watching these are my clients, these are my friends, these people in my community. You have such a greatness and such a power within you that just be fair. Even I am not like some sort of a crazy mystical superhero. I mean, I am a crazy mystical superhero, but I'm not untouchable. All of us are. But the reality is that we all go through this. We all go through doubt. We all go through health challenges. We all go through things where, like, where have I been for the last month and a half? Like, I'm taking care of my own family, my little audience. Like, we're switching gears in such a huge way, and we're feeling confident and blessed. So, the same thing with you guys. If the tough times come, then you get tougher. And I know you guys grow. You guys are up. I look through the comments, and it's Alma V or Craig A or Nini S or Brian J and like Kate R. Like all these people have letters in their name, and it just is a testament to the work and the power that we all do together. And then you are equipped for the battle ahead of you. And I'm warning you guys right now. 2021 is a 5 energy, which is a fight, battle, adventure, shift, change, a brand new beginning, and you're either on one side of the plate or another. So the more harder you work right now in a 4 energy, the more you create abundance around your being right now, the greater it'll serve you when you need to expand out there in the great unknown. And we don't know what's going to happen or what they're going to do or what's going to go down. But I'll tell you this, if you're not getting set up, then get prepared to get taken down, because in spaces like this, like we'll take it from the lions. They're not confused or concerned with the opinions of the sheep. They are dragon-like energy that says, I will take it when I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to do what I need to do. So there's a decision. It's a feeling of power that's just come over you. And that, I believe you guys should own this every single moment. And if you don't have it, count to 8. There's an 8 for you right there. And just in case you're not in August and it's a 4 o'clock on a Tuesday somewhere, just do that for yourself. I promise you have the count of 8. And there's a magic power of abundance that is unfolding with or without you. So either grab the reins or be run over. And that's your only choice, really. Like, you can't pause it. You can't stop it. You can't make it not do anything. It either works for you or it works against you. Either you're working it or you're not. So for those of us who are, I guess, late to the game, I'd like to think, catch the next one. Because right now, if you need to ask for permission or you need to get ready for something, you're too late. It's now we're in swing right now. We're taking care of things. And I hope that you guys are doing the work right now, because it's a great time to be alive.
And I was just, as you were first saying, it was 9 o'clock. And I thought, well, the next time Bobby and I will be doing this will be on the 9th of the 9th at 9 a.m. Yeah. Thank you, Alma. Yeah, everybody loves the idea of daily messages.
You got to come. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my own version.
What I'm going to say, what I say to people is, that's interesting. Gayla, she has this one. Your heart knows. For those of you, while you're waiting for me to get all of this together, because it won't happen straight away, if you don't have these, here's another way you get a daily message with these cards. So if you have these cards, and I'll soon be going back to doing them daily in the group, but, you can get a deck of these cards from me, and then each morning you can tap into your heart and get a similar message. Bobby has his there.
Should I pull one for you?
Thank you, Gayla. Yes, I do think we make a great team. Thank you so much. And I think that is beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is for Susie. Susie, this is what you're going to focus on for the rest of the month.
Okay, you're doing one for me. Okay.
Patience.
Oh. That is. I was saying that somebody the other day had the first card when they got my deck, because they'd waited for so long, was patience. But I think that's really true, because yesterday when we moved here, I crammed everything. I haven't been able to find things. Also because other people helped us pack. And I decided, so I emptied a whole wardrobe. I can't believe what I'd actually stuffed in there and outside in boxes. So what I'm doing is what you and Sally have been doing, is that real clearing out so that I create the space. And I'm also, and Des keeps saying to me, when are you going to start painting again? So that is coming as well. So, and I'll be sharing the painting as I do it on Facebook and on Instagram.
So yeah, we're on the tail end of a full moon. So smudge your house, guys. Clear out any boxes, throw things away, donate stuff. Next month is going to be a clearing out energy space. 9 is about evolution, conclusion, and the finale of a cycle. So for me, it's like the end of 2020. I don't know. I like to think October and onwards, kind of a bonus round. But in terms of next month,
we're getting to the 4-year then.
Yeah, well, you're on your own schedule.
3-year.
Yeah, so we want to see a lot from you. We want to see painting. We want to see your vision. We want to see your expression. Like, this is the time for you to really, make a lot of money doing what you're good at. And you're an artist.
And I haven't been making the money doing what I'm not good at. So you're absolutely spot on.
We'll wait till it happens at the end of the month, but end of the year. But yes, 9/9 energy next month is going to be awesome. Bring all of your ancient drama. We're going to be throwing things away. We're going to be processing stuff. So if your great grandmother's stuff has been on your shelf for a while, you may want to process it for her, and that'd be a great time for us to connect again next month. I can't wait; it's gonna be awesome. Also, tomorrow I host my numerology alumni 17. So for all of you guys who are going to be there, sorry I lost my stream.
Are you doing 8 a.m. or 8 p.m.?
I'm actually doing sometime in the middle of the day. I think it's going to be a 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific, so it'll be the morning time for you guys. I don't even know what time it is at, but maybe I'll just let you guys know real quick.
I want to thank Bobby, and I want to thank everybody who's been here today. I just feel this. I feel great energy about this. I'm not sure about the patience, but I know that one.
Hey, when you allow patience, you allow room for abundance to flow into your life. These are your words.
Absolutely beautiful. I will be doing readings on my page once a week, and I'll be doing surprise stuff as I reinvigorate manifesting abundance through self-love, my group. So I'll drop those links in later.
And it's 6 o'clock, guys. 6 p.m. PST tomorrow. So I don't know what time that is for you. It's 4 o'clock right now. It'll be like 10 a.m.
6 p.m. PST is 9 a.m. Eastern, about midday.
Yeah, okay. What time are you at right now?
It's 9:06.
So it'll be tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. if anybody's in my group. It's a private invite only. So if you guys are like, wait, I want to get in there, you have to be a client of mine. And just let me know you're friends with Susie, and I'll look after you guys for sure.
Right. Okay, great.
Cool.
Right. Bobby is on 9:05. All right. So Kate's in New South Wales. Oh, and she can't move. She has to stay in her own state. Right? Yeah, we're all that. Anyway, so thank you. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, as we leave, give oneself a big hug and love yourself into abundance. Namaste.